What I hate more than any fucking thing on the planet is when niggas get caught cheating, think that, oh, I'm gonna buy her a bunch of shit. You know, I'm gonna take her here, I'm gonna take her out, and I'm gonna do this. Man, fuck that. Tell you this right now. If I ever got caught cheating, I'm leaving.
And then it go a little something like, ooh, I love your body. And shawty, you so toxic, got me so excited. Ooh, I just can't fight it. But when you move it real slow, then take it real long. It's making it hard on me.
What's poppin'? It's your boy Nick LaVelle. Y'all tune in to another episode of HoeWell Talk, man. Listen, first and foremost, appreciate y'all for all the love y'all showing to the pod, to the conversations that we having, to the feedback. Everything is very, very, I love it, help a boy out, help a brother out, help me run those subscribers up, man, because once I hit a certain type of subscribers or a certain amount, I'm giving away prizes. We're giving away free merch, feel me? Free HoeWell shirts, as y'all can see. Let me sit up so y'all can see this joint right here. So we got the HoeWell tees. Link to the website in the description. It's actually an opportunity for y'all to purchase it straight from the Shopify account or from the website as linked to the YouTube, to the podcast, and all that good stuff. But all the support I can get, I appreciate everything. If you rocking with it, y'all leave comments in below. Y'all let me know what other topics y'all want me to talk about. Y'all let me know what other things out there in the world that I should be discussing. If there's any questions that y'all got, I want y'all to let me know. Because what I'm gonna do is on my Instagram page and on my YouTube channel, I'm gonna host the opportunity for my fans and supporters to drop questions and comments and topics that they want me to talk about in my next episode. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through all of them and I'm gonna pick out my favorite three. I know I do things in threes when it comes to the show. I like to have 3 topics I talk about, touch bases on, just so we can have, a dog-ass conversation, little vibe, stuff like that. I'm going to get the Twitch going too so I can get y'all, tapped in and all that. But look, before you do anything, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, share, the whole shebang, comment below, the whole bang. All right. We just trying to trigger the algorithm, man. For me, this isn't just about making money. It's about creating new perspectives, man. It's about talking about that shit that people don't want to talk about. The uncomfortable conversations, talking about things that people be struggling to get across their chest and shit like that. And like I said, a lot of shit we're going to talk about is going to possibly rub people the wrong way or make people feel some type of way, but that's the goal. The goal is to create those perspectives that are different from the norm. You know what I mean? So today, our 3 topics we chopping it up with, 3 topics we gonna kick it all with today. We going into number 1, cheating. All right. What it is, cheating. What is cheating really? What do cheating really consist of between 2 individuals? What are the grounds of cheating? How do you act, or what are things that you should do when you cheat? And what you should not do when you cheat. You feel me? We gonna give y'all the game. You feel me? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we're some cheaters. I'm just putting it out there. Like, people do, do they thug thizzle. So we want to just address certain shit that's going on. That's number 1. Number 2, we gonna dive into 50-50 relationships. What it's like. What do people really, what do they mean when they say, I want a man that provides everything? Oh, my granddad paid for everything. My dad was a real provider. Or a man that feel like, hey, a woman should hold her weight too. Should a man and a woman both go 50-50 in a relationship? Should they split the bills down the middle? What does that look like in your household? What does that look like in your relationship? You feel me? We're going to dive into that. And then the last but not least, we're going to dive into parenting. Different parenting techniques for different parents, especially when you're not with the child's father or mother, you're in a separate relationship, maybe you remarried, what it's like to, have a blended family. How do you handle child support? Who's responsible for child support? What are the duties of parents when you're parenting, and how do you navigate when y'all share different religious backgrounds and different beliefs and things like that? So we're going to dive and we're going to unravel a lot of things into these 3 topics, all right? So we're going to kick it off with the first topic of the day. You feel me? Like I told y'all, the first topic we want to dive into is cheating. First and foremost, I always ask people this: what is cheating in a relationship? You know, is cheating like what do you consider as cheating? You know what I'm saying? What you think is cheating? Feel me? Like, is it a nigga fucking with another chick? Is it a nigga texting? Is it her liking a nigga pictures on Instagram or responding to a DM? You know, what are cheating? I feel like cheating is strictly based on your partner not being understanding or aware of a specific thing that you're doing. You know what I mean? And hear me out. I'm trying to be on some, like, I'm trying to make it make sense. You feel me? We all know if you're in a committed relationship, and these are things people need to talk about. Committed. What do committed mean? Committed means, in my opinion only, a committed relationship is like when two individuals vow to say that, hey, these are the things that I'm going to do in the relationship, and these are the things that I'm not going to do in a relationship. And I'm going to stick by those things. Also, the things that you don't want me to do in the relationship, I'm not going to do those things. And the things that I don't want you to do in a relationship, you're not going to do those things. I feel like that's a commitment, right? Like, we're committing to the fact that, hey, I'm giving up the eyes for us. You know what I mean? Things that I would do as a single man, or things she would do as a single woman, she's now not doing those things. And she's doing things that a person who care about someone, who care about someone else's feelings, who care about, you know, just that person's well-being and all that. If that don't make sense, just look up in the dictionary. Who gives a fuck? But now we're going towards the part where it's like those relationships where you're not technically in a relationship, but you fuck with somebody, and you find yourself on the other side of that spectrum where you're like, I fuck with shorty, or she fuck with boy, but they feel like because you're not married, you're not technically in a relationship. You got those motherfuckers out there, right? Everybody got those. We got those people that feel like, you know, I'm not in a relationship, so shit, fuck it. I'm not married, so I can do what I want, you know? And I also feel like that's also a gray area, because it's like, it still goes back to what you guys communicated. And I think that's the biggest thing. Let me dial it back. Relationships, when you go in a relationship and you say, hey, these are the things that I'm expecting of you. All right. I am setting my expectations of what this look like. Now, hopefully they're not unrealistic expectations, but there's things that you know that are within reasonable reach and things that are reasonable you could deal with. You know, you say, hey, listen, now that I'm dealing with you, I'm not going to be in the club all night. I'm not going to stay out all night. I'm not going to go days without talking to you and calling you. If something's wrong with me, I'm going to let you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be cold turkey, not respond. I'm not going to go through that. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just some lame shit anyway. You want to have good communication. You want to have good communication skills regardless of who you deal with, whether it's a relationship with an intimate relationship or whether it's a friendship. You know, having good communication is key. But try to picture this. All right. You have two people who just ultimately, they want to be together. They doing things, but they're not locked in. So that gray area of her doing something with somebody and he doing something with somebody, it gets real mixy. You know what I'm saying? Because then you do some shit and now this person feels some type of way. Now, that's another part. If you feel like what this person does make you feel some type of way, is that classified as cheating or what? You know what I mean? That's just a question for everybody. I like to address real shit. If I deal with a chick and I tell a chick, this is how I used to move and how I used to operate. I'll tell a chick, hey, I fuck with you. Everything about you, I love, I care, I'm rocking with it. I like the whole thing. But I know me, and I want you to be the chick that I commit to eventually or long term. And I want to build a relationship and a longevity relationship and build things with you. But I still kind of want to like fuck off. You feel me? Now you say that shit in the beginning, a chick can tell you like, oh, I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate that. I respect that you a real nigga. You said that, but I'm not with that. I don't want no nigga that's going to fuck with no other bitch. That's not me. That's cool. And she said, all right, she's out. But then you have a chick that may stick around and say, you know what? I fuck with it. let's just see how this shit works. You know what I mean? And then as time progresses, like nothing really is coming back to her. She's kind of like she knows you doing shit because you already put it on the flow. But she don't see shit. She don't know. Like, ain't no girls blowing your phone up. You ain't out late. You're not lying and being sneaky. You a real nigga. Like, you really like clocking your shit like on point. Like, you making sure you're moving real smooth so your shit ain't really outside and you on no bullshit. You know, what do y'all think about that? Is that still cheating? You know? Because you are with this person. Like, you and this person are, you're locked in with each other. You know what I'm saying? You're locked in with each other. This guy, and let's say vice versa, this girl, whatever. The person is doing everything with you. Family shit, lovey shit. But he's sliding some shit from time to time. I got a question for y'all. Y'all know I got to do my little questions. Be comfortable, man. Give me some new chairs. Fuck, I thought I was doing something with these little motherfuckers. Ladies, this is a question for y'all. If a dude was a real provider, and I'm talking about a nigga that's taking care of all the bills, putting you in position to win, investing into your business, investing into your career, treating your children like they're his, respecting your family, doing right by you. Every time you call on this man, he's there. He got your back. He's never let you fold. Y'all argue, y'all get into shit, but you know he got your motherfucking back no matter what. And his only downfall, his only knock, or one of his main knocks, is he fuck on other women from time to time. But you don't know he's fucking on these women. You just know that he's fucking women because it's him. He that nigga. Not even that nigga. I'll just say he's just a nigga that he just has that charisma. Like, you just know, like, oh, you know that nigga is hitting some shit. But you don't know exactly. You can't pinpoint. You can't find a chick. Go through the phone, all the shit is all like he on point. You know what I'm saying? Are you staying or are you leaving? I really want to know that. How many women is leaving a nigga that's a real provider, is holding shit down, and he's honest with you? He said, hey, listen, you're not the only chick I'm having sex with, but I'm not having unprotected sex with the women I am having sex with. I'm not having multiple sexual partners, and I'm not out here having sex with women all the time. Sometimes I may be out of town, or sometimes I may just be in a little vibe, catch a little vibe while I'm out with the fellas, and some shit may pop off, boom. But it never come home, it never gets back to you. Are you really gonna leave that nigga? Is that a deal breaker? You like, nah, I ain't fucking with it. Before you get to saying, well, can I do it? No, motherfucker, it's not about you. Because I always tell women this, all right, women, in my opinion, are supposed to be these soft, sanctified, very precious jewels, right? When you think of a woman in the world, she's like the most prized possession. You got to make sure you take care of it, like protect it. Make sure that, like, I'll go get dirty. I'll go to war, bruised, battered, and fucked up, scar wounds, war wounds, to go get it done. But you look good, and you keep the foundation, solidified. But I'm the nigga that's going to make shit shake. So it's like, think about how men are, a man, you know what I'm saying, out in the world, getting it, and the shit that men have to go through. It's like, why do women want to be in a situation where it's like, oh, well, I want to do it too? My thing is this. When women always say, well, what if you fucking other women, well, can I fuck other men? I say, listen, if that's what you want to do, I can't do nothing but respect it. I tell this, I didn't make the rules. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. And because it chose me, I'm a chosen one. I know what comes with this shit. When men are out there dealing with women, I feel like I'm dominant. I'm in control more so than anything. Now, granted, the woman is in control. Like, she dictates what actually happens when it's about to happen, if it happens. But the man initiates everything. The man sets the plan, the man execute, and the man preps. You feel me? So these are the things. So when I look at a man, when it comes to going to conquer a woman, it's so different than women trying to conquer men. Because we'll never look at it like that. I don't give a fuck if my girl went out and fucked 3 niggas and she came back and was like, yeah, I fucked them niggas. They ain't shit. I just got that dick and I kept it moving. If a girl said that, I'm still not going to look at it like, oh, she went and had her way. No, Them niggas had their way. I don't give a fuck if you rolled that dick and you made it seem like you was fucking them. No, it'll never be the same. That's why when women talk this shit about, oh, well, what if I did this? No, baby girl, it's not the same. It's just not. It ain't the same. You feel me? So I don't know. That's just my little question. I just want to put that out there to see where people's heads was at on that shit. Cause I keep it a buck. I don't think that's fucked up. I don't think a woman is fucked up if she stay with a nigga. But I wouldn't blame a woman if she told a nigga she can't deal with that. I respect either side. I tell all the women I deal with, like when I deal with them or whatever, I let everybody know what's going on. And then I give everybody a choice. Either you gonna fuck with me for this or you not. And I put myself in a space mentally where I'm never gonna be too caught up in any person outside of myself to where I'm not willing to lose somebody. And it's just a scary space to be in because I had to learn the hard way. It's like, yes, everybody not replaceable, but then again, everybody is. I'm replaceable, you know? There's a nigga out there that's 10 times better than me. That's just the way the world works. But there's always gonna be a chick that's 10 times better than the chick you fucking with. That's just how this shit is. I mean, if you look hard enough, you'll find it. I'm not saying that's what I'm doing, but the mindset I have is be prepared for when a person had enough of the lifestyle that you're bringing to them. Be prepared for that day because it can come and it will come. But in the midst of it, like don't abuse it. You know what I mean? If you have a chick out there that's cool as fuck, she know you moving how you moving and she ain't really bothering you about it, yeah, you can't do nothing but lock in with her. Don't fuck that up. Like don't make her feel more fucked up. Like don't put this shit in her face. Be smooth about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's where a lot of niggas fuck up. A lot of niggas put themselves in situations where they get overboard, be disrespectful. I think there's a respectful way to cheat, if that makes sense. You know, somebody talked about that. Somebody said that to me before. Can you cheat respectfully? I think there's a such thing as cheating respectfully. I think that if you allow the person who you're dealing with find out that you're cheating, I feel like you didn't love them enough. Because if you love a person like enough, you won't let them find out. I feel women cheat all the time, but you'll never find out because they care so much about you that, and they care about their damn self, that they just won't let it come out. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, I think that's just where we at in society. I personally, I can't seriously say that I think everybody cheats. I most definitely feel that everybody has had a moment where they contemplated, thought about it, put themselves in a situation, and if all the cards would have played right, they would have made a move. Sometimes the cards didn't, you know, unravel the way it did, and it just didn't pan out. You know what I'm saying? So I had a homie who was engaged, and, you know, he was engaged for like a year. And he got into a situation where he got a chick pregnant. Yeah, he got a chick pregnant on his fiance. And he came to me and he was like, yo, bro, I fucked up. I made a terrible mistake. And I got caught. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened? So he breaking everything down to me like, yo, Shorty caught me, you know, caught me up fucking with another shorty, and then found out that I paid for an abortion. I got the chick pregnant. And I'm like, oh, Lord. He was like, man, I'm thinking about, you know, buying this, doing this, and doing that. And I had to stop him. What I hate more than any fucking thing on the planet is when niggas get caught cheating or in the doghouse with a bitch. It's like, no, I know that shit sound crazy. Get in the doghouse with a woman and think that, oh, I'm gonna buy her a bunch of shit. I'm gonna take her here, I'm gonna take her out, and I'm gonna do this. Man, fuck that. I'll tell you this right now. Like, I always told myself, if I ever got caught cheating, I'm leaving. I know everybody thinking like, what the fuck you mean? No, deadass. If I got caught cheating, I'm out. All right? If I felt like, if a chick caught me up in some shit and she found out and she felt some type of way, I'm out of there. I'm gone. Reason being is I've always believed this. And fuck y'all. If you feel like, oh, you childish, you weak as hell, fuck it, I'll be weak as fuck. But I damn sure ain't sticking around to get, for you motherfucker get their lick back. That shit over with. I'm not, like, when people cheat, the effect it has on that person is so fucking detrimental. You know, you don't know how everybody handles certain shit. But my thing be this. I'm not about to stick around, be in a relationship with somebody after I already lost their trust, lost their loyalty, or showed them that I'm untrustworthy, that I'm manipulative, that I'm narcissistic, now I'm lying. Like, you already think these things of me. Like, why would I put myself further in a situation to where it's like, now you just really pissed. Like, I didn't put you in the fucking blender. Now you really like, damn, this nigga tweaked out on me. No, I gotta go. I ain't gonna lie. I got to get the fuck on. It's no way that I'm sticking around, because you will never look at me the same. And that's what I tell people. When you cheat on someone, you lose their trust. You lose you lose accountability. Y'all can't even have a functioning relationship because you done broke a lot of shit. You know, you done broke some boundaries. And for me, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm out. I'd rather start fresh on some new shit. I'd rather start fresh on some new shit, or just start fresh in general, be by myself. I'm not saying like I won't be hurt. I will be hurt. But what am I doing? I'm going to deal with you. And guess what? When I get back with you, most of the time when niggas get caught cheating, it's not a mistake. You can't mistakenly cheat. All right? That is something that you are doing. That is something that you want to do. No one is making you do that. She put that motherfucker Super Soaker 5000 in your face. Ass fat as fuck. Nigga, you want to bite that motherfucker. You want to hit that motherfucker. You just ain't got self-control. And it's okay if you don't got self-control. Who gives a fuck? As long as you have self-control when it comes to like, no crazy, like you don't rape the motherfucker, but long as that, you don't go that far, but as long as it don't really matter. I feel like this, man, once you lose the trust of a person when you cheat on them, I feel like the relationship is dead. That bitch on life support now. And because it's so fucked up, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to find yourself in a repetitive cycle, constantly trying to prove to her that you're not this person that you really is. You are a cheater, my nigga. You're going to forever cheat. You're just going to find other ways to not get caught. And then you fuck around and get caught again. What the fuck y'all do now? That shit is just wild, man. But I would like, so boo, that's that, man. That's my take. That's my little small perspective on cheating and what I feel and how I think cheating is, situated, factored in, and all those good things, you know what I'm saying? But if you love somebody out there, man, hey, do right by that person. Communicate with that person. Let that person know what you're looking for. Let that person know what you're willing to work with, work through. What are you willing to compromise? What are your non-negotiables? What are your absolutely nots? Think about those things when you're dealing with people and get to know people for real. A lot of us get in these relationships and we don't really know who the person is. We don't know their background. We don't know their family history, their family tree, their childhood upbringing. All that shit matters, man. And I say that because that brings me to my next subject, you feel me? This is one of the most talked about topics on social media in general. 50-50 in relationships, and what are the requirements of a man and a woman when you're in a committed relationship, whether it's marriage or anything of that nature. I love talking about shit like this because I've been in so many different relationships and I've been in so many different scenarios in these relationships. I done seen every fucking thing possible when it comes to it. And people always ask me these questions and I always tell them, I say, you know what? It's two things. When I was younger, I was grinding, I was getting my pay. I know how fucking hard it is to get money out here. It's hard and it's easy in a sense. But when you're younger, your mindset is different because you're basing it on your income at that moment. And you're basing it on your lifestyle at that moment. You know, I went to college. In college, all I had to worry about was myself until like maybe my third year. Then I started having kids and shit. So now I think about children. But up until my children, it was always about me as far as think about yourself financially. Think about yourself health-wise and all the things that you know, involves you. I never thought about taking care of a woman. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like, you know, I'm going to be a playboy, HoeWell for life type shit. And it was going to be what it was going to be. As you get older and as you date women and you get into these relationships, or not even women, just as you date in general, you start to like understand other people's mindsets. A lot of the women I've been involved with, they had stable income to take care of their immediate needs. They had enough money to pay their rent for their apartments, pay their car notes, or put gas in their car, keep gas in their car, fix their car when they need to, provide food for themselves, and maybe get a couple like items here and there, miscellaneous things from time to time. Nobody, not even myself, no one was making enough money where we were just blowing it and splurging and buying all type of crazy shit. No, I didn't have that experience, not early on in my life. Maybe, you know, when I got into like my late 20s and early 30s. And people always say, a man is not a provider if he doesn't take care of all the bills. Now, I ask people this question, and this is another question I want to talk to people about. You know, I got to ask my questions. If you are doing everything by yourself as a man, you're paying your rent, paying your car note, your phone bill, your everything on your own. You have a great job and you're taking care of yourself. And you, Miss Lady, you're doing the absolute same. Paying your bills, your car note, your rent, all by yourself. Two individuals, both making good money, paying their own bills. Very independent, very structured, very understanding, right? Let's pair this picture. You meet each other, you come together, and you say, hey, I'm going to take a load off your back, and you're going to take a load off my back. We're going to both get rid of our apartments, and we're going to move in together, all right? And we're going to pay our bills together, and we're going to put our income together. I want y'all to tell me what y'all just seen, or what y'all just heard. Two individuals saved each other money by spending, came together, put their income together, made more income as a whole, and now they have less expenses as a whole. You see the concept? Two people put their money together, brought money to the table, and were able to accomplish more. I mean, because 1 + 1 = 2. You feel me? And 2 is better than 1. So when women get to talking this shit about, oh, a nigga need to pay all the bills, I wish I would. Do I look like a bitch that go 50-50? Do I look like a bitch that do this? And understandably, I get it. There's some men out there that are just strictly, hey, I'm going to take care of this and you take care of that. Don't worry about that. And I'm not saying nothing is wrong with that. Nothing, absolutely nothing is wrong with a man paying all the bills. But it can't be, it's okay for this man to pay all the bills, but then you frown upon this man who split the bills with his girl, or you frown upon this woman who pays all the bills and her man don't. You can't frown upon that because it's not fair. Really, this shit all comes down to you and your partner in y'all situation and ultimately what works for y'all. You have some women who come from backgrounds where single moms watch their moms struggle and make it happen. They're independent black women or independent women. And now you have this person who's doing the same shit. It's like a repetitive cycle. She never seen her mom with a man come and provide. She don't know what that looks like. So she's always on the road, always on the go, always trying to get it. And she runs to this nigga who is a natural provider because he grew up in a household with both parents. His dad provided. So he comes to this woman's life and he said, nah, I'll take care of her. But she's combative. She's like, hell no. I'm never letting a nigga take care of me. I'm going to put up some, I will pay this then. You feel me? That's the type of energy that we need in the world. And the reason that I bring this up and I talk about this is our ancestors, our great-grandmothers, great-great-great-great-great-grandmothers, mothers, they fought their motherfucking ass off for women to have voting rights, for women to have jobs, equal opportunities in the workforce, education balances, just for women of today to not want to work. Shit is fucking ass backwards. Your great-great-grandmother sacrificed her life to make sure there was opportunities for you to have a job. Because back then they didn't give women jobs. Women weren't allowed to work. Were not allowed to work. Women couldn't vote. Women couldn't go to the same schools. Like this misogynistic fucking society. Women can't be CEOs. Women can't run the country. Think about what you're going through right now. And all I see on my timeline is women talking about, oh, I don't want to work. I want a nigga to take care of me. I want to be a passenger princess. And then they try to manipulate you. What's wrong with me feeling like I can't be catered to? Why can't a nigga take care of me? Damn. Why can't you take care of yourself? Oh, if a nigga ain't got no money, he can't fuck with me. If a nigga can't do this and pay my bills, I'm not fucking with him. That shit's sad. That shit is insane. Not when your great-grandmother, she was busting her ass to make sure that you had opportunities, make sure women had opportunities, just for y'all to piss it all away. That shit is fucking retarded. And it's a disgrace. You know, I have daughters. I teach my daughters now, self-sufficient, be independent. It's not bad being independent. Just be able to take care of you, whether a nigga's involved or not, or a woman, whatever you're into. Just be willing to put in the work to take care of yourself and provide for yourself, whether another person is helping you or not. Anytime a man or a woman comes into your life and they take the load off your back, that is a blessing. That is not an obligation. Stop making men or stop making women feel like, hey, if you can't do this, I can't fuck with you. That's whack. Why are you even dealing with people that don't match your energy? Why are you even dealing with people that don't match you the way that you want them to match you? Don't fall in line with certain views outside of those weird ass antics. You know, like this is where I start getting deep in the situation, because then I look at another situation. The reason that your grandfather and some of your fathers were able to provide for your mom, your great grandmother, take care of the whole family, it's because there weren't no opportunities for your mom to do it. There weren't jobs that were going to hire your mom or your grandmother or a woman to do the things that was going to pay the same amount as the dads. The economy was way better back then. Men were making a lot of money. Somebody said this and it was so fucking mind-blowing. Black people couldn't put their monies in banks. So when we went through the Great Depression, African Americans were still able to thrive in their businesses, in their neighborhoods, in their communities. So when you see like these men, some of these, you know, your grandfathers, your great grandfathers, they paid all the bills. Them niggas had it. Now I feel like this. If I got it, you got it. That's me. When I deal with a woman, I tell her this. I will take the bulk of the load. Real nigga shit. I don't think that I'm more of a man than the next nigga that's going 50-50 with hers. And I don't think that I'm more of a man than a nigga that's getting a girl that's paying all the bills. That don't make me more of a man than him. It's just the simple fact of the matter is like, you got to do what works for you. You got to do what works for your system. You got to do what works for your fucking finances. Because the economy has changed so drastically over the last 20 to 50 and 100 years that it's damn near impossible to live by your fucking self. You damn near have to make $100,000 to live a comfortable life. Think about it. To get an apartment nowadays, you got to make 3 times the rent. To get a decent apartment, 1 bedroom in a major city, not in the hood, you're talking like anywhere between $1,200 to $2,000. So you have to make minimum $3,600 to $6,000 a month. And that's what, and depending on who pulled the report, they may ask for, that might be net. They may not even talk about gross, they talk about net. And if you got to make $6,000 a month, nigga, that's 72 of them things. What job after coming out of college is paying upward of $60,000? Not many. So you go to college to get a good job, you get in debt, you graduate with a degree, now you're paying student loans, and you're not making over $50,000 because you're in an entry-level position job, but you gotta live, your take home probably ain't shit, and then you got women in your fucking ear saying, well, you need to take care of me and you off this income. It just doesn't make sense, y'all. So when it comes to the 50-50 relationships, do what makes sense for you. Do what fits your system. And don't make a motherfucker feel fucked up if they don't rock with the way that you rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta stop this shit. Stop putting these unwarranted stress on men and women when it comes to finances. Get your lazy ass up and go get a fucking job or go punch a clock or do something. Bring something to the table. You may not have to go 50-50 with me, but you gonna pay something in this motherfucker, because guess what? This shit just don't make sense, man. Like, you gotta pay something. All right? Do something. I don't wanna hear, and this is another thing, I don't wanna hear shit about cooking and cleaning and dealing with the kids. Fuck that. If we both get in the field and we get to that pape, we can hire an in-house nanny. We can hire a fucking a chef. We can have a fucking maid. Because if we both get into the bag, guess what? We ain't gotta worry about cleaning out the shit, motherfucker. But yeah, I had to tap in with y'all. But listen, that's just real shit, man. Relationships is based on, like I said, communication. Being able to communicate what you're looking for, what you're expecting in a relationship, and just setting those expectations, even on the finances. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit gets steep in the field. You know? So yes, man, I'm gonna wrap this one up with with my final segment of the show. You feel me? I got my final question or my final topic. Wrap it up with my final topic, because I'm a father of five biological, one godson, and a stepdaughter. Parenting, co-parenting has always been, I would say, real struggle. And not saying that it's a struggle because it's like, there's a situation where somebody wants each other. I just feel like, as a black father of my caliber, a dude that's been a day one parent, sometimes I feel so devalued, so unappreciated by the mother of my children, because when I look out here and I see how many kids, when I go to these football camps, when I coach these football teams, or when I go to these schools and I go to these programs with my sons and my daughters, and I see how many fatherless children is there, or fatherless children in attendance. And I think to myself, like, damn, why do y'all give me so much fucking slack? Why do y'all give me so much grief, or why do y'all put so much pressure or stress on me when I know for a fact, nigga, it could be way worse. It's a lot of niggas out here that's not involved in their children's life. And I'm gonna be honest with you, one of the biggest things that I ask for as a father, I just want my kids. That's what I want. I want my sons. I don't want my kids for no social media shit. I want my kids because I genuinely like my kids being around. I love my children being in the house. I bought my first house in 2020. My kids was there in my signing. My kids mean everything to me. Now, granted, I'm not the perfect dad, you know what I'm saying? Because I've grown a lot. I haven't always been in the mindset that I have now. I've always wanted my kids in regards to wanting my children around me and shit like that. But, I've been chasing this music entertainment career for years, even after my daughter was born, I started pursuing music. But parenting became so stressful over the years, because you think to yourself, you're like, damn, I'm not fucking none of my baby moms. I'm not dealing with none of them in no intimate capacity. All my baby moms have dudes that they're involved in, and one of my baby moms is married. So it's like, it really ain't shit up. But it's so fucked up, because the things that women require or will put on the flow, they don't want to be held accountable. And I'll give you an example. When my children were living with me, because we had these segments where my children were allowed to live with me, my baby moms didn't send no money for child support, right? And I know you're thinking like, oh, I don't know what you think actually, but I know when my kids were with their mother, I paid child support. I'm not gonna sit here and say I paid it on time, this full amount. No, I did not. All right? I'm human. I had some up and down errors. You know what I'm saying? And my children at the time, my children lived in 3 different states between Georgia, Texas, and Michigan. But the shit that was required of me, oh, come see your son, or come get your daughter, or what time are you? You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't get that money. How animate they were at those moments when my children was living with them. When my kids were living with me, it wasn't the same energy. And that shit frustrates me because it's like, I feel like women or mothers leverage they weaponize children. They weaponize their relationship. They weaponize their leverage. How is this supposed to be both of our child if you only make the final decisions? How is this both of our child if I have no say so in shit? You know how one mom say, hey, I don't think I'll ever let my son live with you, but if you ever decide to move here, I think that'd be dope. And it's like, damn, like what the fuck? You mean tell me for the next 11 years or 10 years or 9 years, my son or my daughter can't live with me in my household? I can't get some of them glory years? Why do I gotta be the parent that has to always visit and go out my way? Because when do I get that opportunity? Because the thing about life is you could take a mother to court and petition and argue, well, I want split custody, but they won't grant it. Because they're gonna look at it like, well, he or she needs to be with the mom and XY, and they're gonna look at, unless the mom is unfit, and that's even hard to prove nowadays. I've seen full-blown crackheads still keep their kids. So it just, I bring this shit up because I like to share my story, my truth. Ultimately, I have very beautiful, very intelligent, and great mothers of my children. I gotta say that. You feel me? They are great mothers, and they will do anything to make sure them children are taken care of. So I don't ever want the narrative or the stigma to be, it's like, because even them, they're not perfect. They make mistakes. And, some of them more than others, we're able to communicate and talk about some of the issues and try our best to mitigate them and figure out, the best solution. But here's my question, why, for women, this is for women. If you're a female, if you have female friends who don't have fathers for their children, whether they're incarcerated, deceased, or just not present, but living but not present, you're experiencing what that woman goes through. Why do you put the father through turmoil when you have a good father figure? And what I mean by turmoil, why do you fight with the dads or argue or combat or go against them or sometimes prevent them from seeing their children? Not saying like any of this happened to me, but these are things that I've also heard and seen and discovered with other gentlemen, other fathers who've been through similar situations. What is that? Why are women only considered to be the most important parent? In a world, like when it comes to co-parenting, why are women perceived as more important, as a more important parent than a father? Why aren't fathers given the same rights in court or in society? Why isn't it looked at it that way? Like, you have great fathers out here. Why aren't fathers given equal rights to their children? Why aren't they perceived as equal? Why is the media, why do society perpetuate this image that mothers are more dominant, more important than fathers? That's like one of my biggest things. I don't know what to think of it, but I want to know your thoughts, and you can leave your comments below and things like that. But I absolutely want to know, why are fathers deemed not as important as mothers whether you're married or co-parenting? Because I feel like fathers are important, but I think somewhere down the line, society has perpetuated this image to make fathers feel like they're less than the mother. They don't have the same say-so. They don't get the last word. The court systems are favorable to mothers only. And that's just, that's my reality. That's what I've seen. That's what I experienced. Also, how do people deal with parenting when you share different beliefs? What do you do when a mother, your children, marry someone who is of a different religion than what you have raised your child to be. That shit crazy. That's deep right there, though. I done heard some crazy shit like that. That's kind of wild. I probably have to dive in on another, I got to do a part 2 because we're running out of time. But I want y'all to think about some of the conversations we had tonight and let me know y'all thoughts. And if y'all like videos like this and y'all like this type of content, tap in. Keep sharing it. All right? This might be my longest video. This shit kind of dope, though. I fuck with it, man. But listen, this concludes another episode of HoeWell Talk with Nick LaVelle. Make sure y'all go to the HoeWellNation.com website. Cop y'all HoeWell merch. All right? The brand is popping. All right? I ain't gonna cap. Shit is vibe. I have really good material. This is 430 GSM, 100% cotton. It's heavier fit with the shirt. But no, this shit is a vibe, man. I'm just so happy and so blessed, so thankful for the opportunities. Once again, without y'all, none of this is possible. So until next time, all right? I salute y'all. Appreciate you so much.